Today it's all about preparing my cannas for hibernation in the basement because it is end of October, so the frosty nights will definitely come. We have the odd one here or there, not too bad, and I don't want to lose my cannas like I did a couple of years ago. And they're all in pots, so they need to come out and need to go into the basement. So here they all are. They did really well this year, but I mean, you can tell that some of them look really shit. And before they all die, I'm going to pull them out. That's my Cleopatra. She's seen better days. And let's move them off the deck. So I got the pots off the deck, and that was a lot of fun. Let's get them out of the pots. I'm a messy gardener, so let's use tarpaulin. I'm starting with the Cleopatra. So all I do, I don't cut the foliage off beforehand because I'm actually pulling them out of the pots. With these ones, it shouldn't be too bad. Well, let's try. Wow, considering that I only put them in at the beginning of the season, and this is one root ball. So the next job is now getting all the soil off the root ball. And the good thing with cannas, they don't mind if you play a little rough. I mean, who does? So let's get the soil off and have a look at the actual rhizomes. Some people call them tubers, some people call them rhizomes. I call them rhizomes myself. So let's have a look how they look. So this is how it looks right now. Absolutely amazing when you consider how much foliage and how really shallow the rhizomes are, or the tubers. So here you can see them nice and plump and juicy. And here's some more. What you can also do at this stage, you can actually split the clump if this is too big a clump for you to store. So you can make several other plants out of it. And now I'm going to let it sit for a week to really dry out, to then be able to shake off the rest of the soil. I know some people store them with soil on the root ball. Personally, I don't. I believe that all the soil needs to come off because I don't want bugs, fungi, or anything like that to take hold while they're sitting in my basement. And all I do then, dry them for a week, get the rest of the soil off, put them into a cardboard box with wood shavings and just leave them in there until February. That's when I usually take them out. And I let the rhizomes completely dry out. And then when I take them out around about February to pre-plant them in the house so they've got a head start for the season, I soak the rhizomes for about an hour in lukewarmish water and then put them into soil. And let's face it, it's never did them any damage, so they're all looking absolutely amazing, and all of them came out of storage. So let's get as much soil off as possible to have a look at the rhizomes. All I'm doing for that is this thing, that thing, plant in, and then a few liters of water. And this is also a reason why I keep on leaving the foliage, because it's so much easier doing that with that shade on rather than off. And doing this also gives me the ability to show you a little bit better as to what you could do right now. So when you see all these wonderful rhizomes, this one here, for instance, you could cut it right there and then you would have a new plant. So make 2 or 3 or 5 out of one. And that's the basic idea when it comes to multiplying cannas. With this one anyway. You have other ones, you can start them from seed, which is also really easy. I've got a video on that as well. But some of these hybrid ones, they don't have viable seeds. So the only way you can actually produce more or multiply them is by rhizome division. And this is what you would do with this one here, the Cleopatra, coming at you. So, but look, it is just, you could also go with a spade or a saw through here, and then you've got 2 larger clumps. And like I said, they don't mind it rough. Probably another reason why I love that plant so much. And actually, come to think of it, because of the fact that I got it out of that pot, and that's about the biggest pots I've got, I'm actually going to make 2 clumps out of this one. So all I'm doing is I have a look for a natural line. I am going in here, right through there. Just take a saw and go through it. And there you go. And now you've got 2 big clumps. And as you can see here, I cut through the rhizome. This will callus over, no problem at all, during the drying process. I can't say drying process. So, same here. If you're worried about fungi and anything, you can put a little bit of cinnamon on it because that's, you know, a natural anti-fungi thing. And now we just let them dry to take the rest of the soil off. Then they're going to go into the box with the wood shavings. So let's do this a lot more times. But before we do anything else, it is time to say goodbye to the foliage. Foliage. And just go in there, cut them off. It all goes into the compost, so all good. No waste. And this is what you're left with. Same thing to the other one. Ta-da. Same with this one here, like with the other one. I'm going to make several clumps out of it because when I was going to say defrost them, when I bring them out of hibernation at the beginning of the year, I don't have pots large enough to actually start them off. Before I start cutting them, let's cut these off so that I can see better where what grows or goes. Looking at it from this angle, through there and through here. And then we've got this one, that one and that one. So we've got 3 clumps. Same procedure as with the other one and with all the other ones that are yet to come. Snail, dry, get rid of the soil, and then put them into a box. God, I'm hot, and not in a good way. Every single year I tell myself, Jochen, do not use pots that are getting wider on the bottom and tighter on top because it's got to be a pain in the ass to get the plant out. And what do I do every single year? Use them. Tell you guys one thing. If my mother would know that, you know, I use this outside, she'll be spinning in her urn. Anyway, let's just try to get the damn thing out. Do yourself a favor. Don't be a dick like me. Don't use those pots. Anyway, it's out. So with several of these trays done, and I look like a fat ninja, don't I? Anyway, let me put this down. So the next stage for these is they're going to go into the shed to cure for a week or so, you know, just to dry out completely so that I can take the rest of the soil off. If you live in an area where you have frost and you want to keep your cannas, do what I did and pull them out of the ground, put them into a frost-free garage or frost-free basement, and then get them back in next year. If you have a shitload of money, obviously just leave them in the ground and buy new ones. You can do that too. Or you can propagate them through seed. I have a video on that one as well. It was a fun-filled afternoon. And anyway, that's me for the day. I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.